Hello, everyone. Welcome to English Flow Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm William, and we are so genuinely happy you are here with us right now.
Let me start with a situation. Someone asks you to do something you do not want to do, and you want to say no, clearly, firmly, but politely.
Do you say, I won't do that, or I wouldn't do that?
Both sound like a refusal. Both sound like no. But one of them is a real, direct, present refusal, and the other one is softer, more imagined, more conditional.
And the difference between them, small as it sounds, changes the entire meaning of what you are saying.
I won't, I am refusing, right now, in this real situation. This is my decision.
I wouldn't, I am saying, in that situation, I would not do it. But it is more imagined, more distanced, sometimes more polite.
And today, we are going to explore both of them fully. We are going to look at when each one is natural, when each one is correct, and how native speakers use them every single day.
Because won't and wouldn't, they come up constantly in English, in conversations, in messages, in stories, in arguments, in polite refusals, and gentle advice.
And once you understand the difference, your English becomes more precise, more natural, more you.
No grammar panic, no confusing rules, just real English, the way it actually sounds when real people speak.
If you are new to English Flow Podcast, welcome. Subscribe right now and keep growing with us every single week.
Okay, are you ready?
I won't keep you waiting any longer. Let's go.
Already started. Let's flow. Before we get into examples, let's just feel the difference, because feeling always comes before understanding.
Imagine two people. Both are being asked to share a secret, something private, something they were told in confidence.
Person one looks directly at the person asking and says, I won't tell anyone, I promise.
That is won't. Real, direct, present. A decision made right now in this real situation. I will not, and I won't. A genuine refusal, a genuine promise.
Now, person two is in a completely different situation. A friend is asking for advice. They say, if your boss asked you to lie for the company, what would you do?
And person two thinks about it and says, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't lie for anyone.
That is wouldn't, imagined, conditional, hypothetical. They are not actually in that situation right now. They are imagining it. And in that imagined world, they would not do it.
Won't. A real refusal in a real situation happening right now.
Wouldn't. An imagined refusal in a hypothetical situation, or a softer, more distanced version of no.
Real-world refusal. Won't. Imagined or softened refusal. Wouldn't.
And that feeling, real versus imagined, is the heart of everything we are going to explore today.
But there is more to both of these words. Won't and wouldn't each have several important lives in English. And today, we are going to visit every single one of them.
Starting with won't.
Won't, the contracted form of will not, and the feeling of won't is directness, reality, a decision made in the present about the real world.
Won't is what you say when something is actually happening right now and you are choosing not to do it, or when you are genuinely committed to not doing something in the real future.
And won't lives in three very important situations in everyday English.
The first, a genuine present refusal. You are being asked to do something right now, and you are saying no, clearly, directly.
I won't apologize for something I didn't do. A real situation, a real refusal. In this moment, I will not. Won't.
She won't eat that. She is a vegetarian. A real fact about her real life. She genuinely will not eat meat. This is real. Won't.
I won't tell anyone what you told me. A real promise in this real conversation about a real secret. Won't.
He won't listen to anyone. A real observation about a real person's real behavior. He genuinely refuses to listen. Won't.
In all of those, the situation is real. The refusal is real. The decision is being made in the actual present world.
The second situation, when something simply will not happen in the future. Not a personal refusal, but a confident prediction about what will not occur.
The weather won't improve this week. A confident prediction, based on the forecast. Real world. Won't.
This won't take long. A reassurance about the near future. Real. Won't.
It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. A realistic prediction. Won't.
In these cases, won't is not about refusing to do something. It is about confidently saying, this will not happen. This is not going to be the case.
And the third situation, when something or someone is genuinely refusing to work or function, when a thing simply will not cooperate.
The car won't start. The car is refusing. It is not working. Won't.
My phone won't charge. It is not functioning. Won't.
The door won't open. It is stuck. It will not move. Won't.
We have all been there with the door.
We really have. And notice, in all of these, won't describe something real, something happening in the actual present world, a real refusal, a real prediction, a real malfunction.
Won't is grounded. Won't is real. Won't is what happens in the actual world we are living in right now.
And in written English, won't is the contracted form of will not. And will not, the full form, is used for emphasis, for seriousness, for moments when you want the refusal to land with full force.
I will not stand by and do nothing. More powerful than won't. The full form. Every word deliberate.
I will not let this happen again. A firm, serious commitment. The full form adds weight.
Won't for everyday speech. Will not for emphasis and importance.
Now, wouldn't, the contracted form of would not. And wouldn't is a fascinating word because it steps back from the real world just enough to create something very different from won't.
Wouldn't is distanced, softer, more imagined, more conditional.
And wouldn't lives in 4 very important situations in everyday English.
The first, a conditional or hypothetical refusal, imagining a situation that is not actually happening right now and saying what you would not do in that imagined situation.
I wouldn't lie even if my job depended on it. The job depending on lying situation is imagined, hypothetical, not happening right now. In that imagined world, I would not lie. Wouldn't.
She wouldn't hurt anyone. She is the kindest person I know. Not currently being asked to hurt someone. This is a general statement about her character. In any situation, she would not hurt anyone. Wouldn't.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Classic advice. You are imagining yourself in their situation, and in that imagined situation, you would not do it. Wouldn't.
That last one, I wouldn't do that if I were you, is one of the most common and most useful phrases in English. A gentle piece of advice. Soft, not commanding. Just, in your shoes, I wouldn't.
The second situation, polite refusal or polite hesitation, wouldn't softens a no, makes it less harsh, more considerate, more gracious.
I wouldn't want to impose. Softer than I won't impose. More polite, more considerate.
I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. A gentle way of saying no without being blunt. Wouldn't.
She said she wouldn't be able to make it. Reported speech of her polite refusal or inability. Wouldn't.
Wouldn't in these situations makes the refusal feel less like a wall and more like a gentle step back.
The third situation, expressing disbelief or surprise, when something seems impossible or very unlikely.
He wouldn't do something like that. I do not believe he would. It seems out of character. Wouldn't for disbelief.
She wouldn't say that. Not her. That does not sound like her. I refuse to believe it. Wouldn't.
They wouldn't dare. An expression of strong disbelief. They would not have the nerve. Wouldn't.
In all of these, wouldn't carries the feeling of, that seems impossible. That seems unlikely. That does not match what I know.
And the fourth situation, past refusals. Wouldn't is also the past tense form of won't when reporting what someone refused in the past.
He wouldn't listen to me, no matter what I said. In the past, he kept refusing. He would not listen. Wouldn't.
The car wouldn't start this morning. This morning, in the past, the car refused to work. Wouldn't.
She was upset and just wouldn't talk to anyone. In the past, she was refusing to engage. Wouldn't.
Past refusing, wouldn't. Present refusing, won't.
Same idea, different time. Won't for now, wouldn't for then, or for the imagined.
Let's put them directly next to each other now. Same situation, different word, different feeling.
Let's go.
I won't tell anyone versus I wouldn't tell anyone if I were in your situation.
I won't tell. A real commitment in the real present. I am not going to tell. This is my decision right now. won't.
I wouldn't tell if I were in your situation. Hypothetical, imagined, advice. In that imagined position, I would not, wouldn't. She won't eat that. Versus, she wouldn't eat that. It is not her kind of thing at all. She won't eat that. A real observation about a real food preference happening right now. Won't.
She wouldn't eat that. A more general statement about her character. In any situation, that is not something she would choose. Wouldn't.
He won't listen. Versus, he wouldn't listen to anything I said last night.
He won't listen. Present. Real. He is currently refusing. Won't.
He wouldn't listen last night. Past. In that past situation, he refused. Wouldn't.
I won't do it. It is wrong. Versus, I wouldn't do it if I were you.
I won't do it. A firm, real, present refusal about a real situation.
Won't. I wouldn't do it if I were you. Gentle advice. I am imagining being in your position, and in that imagined position, I would not. Wouldn't.
Do you feel the difference every time?
Real world. Present situation. Firm decision. Won't.
Imagined world. Hypothetical situation. Softer tone. Wouldn't.
Now let's talk about mistakes, because these are so natural and so common.
The most common one, using won't when the situation is clearly hypothetical. Someone asks, if someone offered you £1 million to leave your family, what would you do? And you say, I won't take it. But nobody is actually offering you £1 million right now. The situation is imagined, hypothetical. So, I wouldn't take it. Imagined world. Wouldn't. Won't is for real situations. Wouldn't is for imagined ones. Another common one, using wouldn't when you want to make a firm, direct, present refusal. Someone is pressuring you right now, and you say, I wouldn't do that. It sounds a bit soft, a bit distant. For a firm, clear refusal in a real moment, I won't do that is much stronger, more direct, more decisive. Won't. Won't is the word that stands its ground in the present. Wouldn't is softer and more imagined. And this one, confusing wouldn't in past situations with didn't. People say, he didn't listen to me last night. That is completely fine. Simple past. But if you want to emphasize the ongoing refusal, the repeated unwillingness, he wouldn't listen to me last night carries more feeling.
Didn't listen, he failed to listen, a neutral past fact.
Wouldn't listen, he refused to listen, he was unwilling. There is resistance in wouldn't that didn't does not carry.
Wouldn't in the past has the flavor of refusal, of deliberate unwillingness, of choosing not to.
Now let's hear won't and wouldn't living inside a real, natural, flowing conversation. Two friends talking about a difficult situation at work.
So, what happened with your manager? You seemed really stressed yesterday.
It was a whole thing. She asked me to leave something out of the report, something important. And I said, I won't do that. I won't leave out information that people need to see.
Good for you. That is the right call. I wouldn't have done it either. That kind of thing can come back to hurt everyone.
Exactly. And she kept pushing. She just wouldn't accept my answer. She kept saying it would be fine.
What did you say?
I told her I won't compromise the integrity of this report, and I meant it.
Did she back down?
Eventually. But I wouldn't be surprised if there is more pressure coming. I know how she works.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much. You did the right thing. And honestly, I wouldn't trust anyone who asked me to do that in the first place.
I know. I just hope it doesn't cause more problems, because I won't keep doing this if the environment stays toxic.
Let's notice every form.
I won't do that. A real, firm, present refusal. In the actual conversation with the manager. Real world, won't.
I won't leave out information. Same. Real, present, firm. Won't.
I wouldn't have done it either. Hypothetical. Imagining being in the same situation. What I would not have done. Wouldn't.
She wouldn't accept my answer. Past. In the past conversation, she kept refusing to accept. Past refusal. Wouldn't.
I won't compromise the integrity. Real, present, firm. A direct commitment in the actual situation. Won't.
I wouldn't be surprised. Imagined prediction. Imagining a possible future. Not certain, but expected.
Wouldn't. I wouldn't worry. Advice. Imagining being in her position. A gentle recommendation. Wouldn't.
I wouldn't trust. A general statement about character and values. In that imagined situation. Wouldn't.
I won't keep doing this. A real, forward-looking commitment about the actual future. Won't.
Won't. Real, present, firm, direct. Wouldn't. Imagined, softer, past refusals, advice.
Both words, one conversation, each one doing its job, each one in exactly the right place.
Because the situation guides the word. Real world won't. Imagined world wouldn't.
Final part. And let's practice together one last time before we close.
I will give you a sentence with a blank. Choose won't or wouldn't. Think about the situation. Is it real and present, or is it imagined, hypothetical, past, or softened? Then William gives the answer.
Ready? Let's go.
I blank lie to protect someone. It is against my values.
Won't. This is a real, direct statement about your actual values right now. A genuine refusal in the real world. I won't lie to protect someone.
If I were in your position, I blank accept those terms. They are not fair.
Wouldn't. If I were in your position, that is a conditional. Imagined. I am placing myself in a hypothetical situation. I wouldn't accept those terms.
He blank come to the meeting yesterday. Nobody could persuade him.
Wouldn't. Yesterday. Past. And the flavor here is refusal. He was unwilling. He refused. He wouldn't come. Wouldn't in the past, carrying the feeling of deliberate resistance.
The printer blank work again. Can someone please fix it?
Won't. Right now. Real. The printer is refusing to function in the actual present moment. The printer won't work.
I blank say anything to hurt you. I promise.
Won't. A real, sincere, present promise. In this actual moment, I will not, and I won't say anything to hurt you.
She blank do something like that. That is completely out of character for her.
Wouldn't. This is expressing disbelief, imagining her doing something and refusing to believe it. She wouldn't do something like that. Wouldn't for disbelief and character.
I blank recommend that restaurant. The food was terrible.
Wouldn't. A general advice statement, based on experience but expressed as what you would not do. I wouldn't recommend that restaurant. Wouldn't the softer, more considered opinion.
He kept saying no. He blank even consider the idea for a second.
Wouldn't. Past ongoing refusal. He was repeatedly, deliberately unwilling. He wouldn't even consider it. Wouldn't carrying the flavor of chosen resistance.
Every single one. The situation guided the answer. Real and present, won't. Imagined, past, soft, or conditional, wouldn't. Let's close with the final summary. Clear, simple, yours forever.
Won't. Will not contracted. Use it for real, direct, present refusals in actual situations. Use it for confident predictions about what will not happen in the real future. Use it when something genuinely refuses to work or function. Use it for strong, firm commitments. It lives in the real world. It is direct. It is grounded.
Wouldn't, would not contracted. Use it for hypothetical or conditional refusals, imagined situations. Use it to soften a refusal or make advice sound gentler and less commanding. Use it to express disbelief about what someone would or would not do. Use it for past refusals, when someone repeatedly refused or was unwilling in the past.
The quick check. Is this situation real and happening now or in the real future? Won't. Is this situation imagined, conditional, past, or softened? Wouldn't.
Real and present. Won't. Imagined or softened. Wouldn't.
Say it one last time with us.
Real and present. Won't. Imagined or softened. Wouldn't.
That is your compass. That is everything.
And remember, I won't pretend this is always easy. English has many subtle corners, but I wouldn't be surprised if you already feel the difference clearly after today.
Won't. Real. I genuinely won't pretend. Wouldn't. Imagined prediction. Not surprised you feel it.
It never stops, and we hope it never does.
If today's episode helped you, please share it with someone who is learning English. Every share helps this community grow.
Subscribe to English Flow Podcast and come back every week for real, natural, flowing English made just for you. I'm Sarah.
And I'm William.
Keep flowing.